What have we been up to? What really has been the game here in the last 20 years?
Well, yes, we all have to take tremendous responsibility because we live very materialistic lives here, and we do this at tremendous expense to the rest of the world. So right now we're less than 5% of the world's population, and we consume more than 25% of its resources, create over 30% of the world's pollution. Now that, by any measure, is a failed model. We can't continue with it, and we certainly can't hold it out as a model for China to follow. China has 20% of the world's population.
Of course.
Or India, which has 17%, or Africa, or Latin America, the Middle East. We can't continue ourselves. We must change this. I'm about to become a grandfather for the first time, Tom, and I'm very aware that in order for my grandchild to inherit a stable, sustainable, and peaceful world, every child on this planet must have that same expectation. We must make that happen. We have to understand that to have homeland security, we must define the homeland as being the entire planet. We are a very small community today on this globe, and we need to recognize that, and we need to realize that we all must work together to making this a better place for everyone, where there can be no start. 50,000 people die every day of hunger and hunger-related diseases. We must put an end to that. We have to.
But we're under attack, are we not? We are under attack right now in America. No?
Well, I haven't seen it coming, and you know, I feel under attack when I go in airports and have to go through those security lines. But yes, there is terrorism in the world. There's no question about that. And we must ask ourselves, what is the root cause of that terrorism? Yes, there are fanatical leaders, dangerous people. There will always be a few crazies on this planet. There will be serial killers. There will be madmen. There will be fanatical leaders. But they never have a following of any significance unless there's a real root cause for that. Tom, I've known a lot of terrorists. I've met more since these books were published. They've come to me. I have never met one that wants to be a terrorist.
Come on, tell us about this. Come on, sincerely. You've never met... These are real terrorists you've met?
Yes.
You've never met one that wanted to be a terrorist?
Never. And I'm sure there are a few crazy people out there that want to be terrorists. But the terrorists that I've met are people whose lands have been flooded by hydroelectric projects or destroyed by oil companies. These are desperate people. These are people whose families are starving, and they don't know any alternative. A little bit like the Minutemen back during the time of the American Revolution.
Oh, so true.
Yeah, and yes, they may have fanatical leaders, but they don't want to be there. They don't want to be fighting. They don't want to be carrying guns. They want to be back on the farm. They want to be with their families. And we've really forced them into this position, and our lifestyles here have. And most Americans we've closed our eyes to this. We don't realize that we've created this empire, and we think foreign aid is altruistic. We say, well, we're giving billions of dollars to these countries. Why are they so angry at us? Why do they treat us like this? Well, we're not giving any money to these countries. Foreign aid is not altruistic. Almost all of it, with a few exceptions, is used to support our corporations, to privatize, to enslave these countries, to exploit them, to bring them